Good morning. Tensions are dramatically escalating between German Chancellor Friedrich Merz and US President Donald Trump, with President Trump now threatening to reduce the United States military presence in Germany. A decision is expected in a short time, according to the president. This is not the first time President Trump has issued such a threat regarding troop levels. The current announcement follows President Trump's strong criticism of Chancellor Merz, who recently voiced disapproval over the American offensive against Iran. Speaking on his platform, Truth Social, President Trump wrote that Chancellor Merz has no idea what he is talking about. He went on to say it was no wonder that Germany is doing so badly, both economically and in other respects. President Trump also accused the Chancellor of agreeing to Iran possessing nuclear weapons, an assertion for which there is no known record of Chancellor Merz ever having made. As of mid-April, the United States military reported approximately 86,000 soldiers stationed in Europe, with about 39,000 of those in Germany. These numbers fluctuate regularly due to rotations and training exercises. Chancellor Merz had previously criticized the United States for entering the war in Iran without a clear strategy. During a discussion with students in Marsburg, in the Sauerland region, he stated that the Americans had obviously gone into this war in Iran without any strategy whatsoever, making it incredibly difficult to end the conflict. He also commented that the Iranians are obviously negotiating very skillfully, or very skillfully not negotiating. He added, "A whole nation is being humiliated by the Iranian state leadership." Despite the heated rhetoric from President Trump, Chancellor Merz publicly pushed back on the idea of a strained personal relationship. On Wednesday, he stated, "The personal relationship between the American president and me is, at least from my perspective, unchanged good. We are still in good talks with each other." For many months, Chancellor Merz and US President Trump had maintained a relatively positive relationship. However, Merz recently adopted a new tone, publicly criticizing Washington's approach. This isn't President Trump's first contemplation of troop reductions in Germany. During his first term from 2017 to 2021, he announced plans to withdraw 12,000 of the then approximately 35,000 US soldiers from Germany just months before leaving the White House. This move was described as a punishment for Germany's perceived insufficient military spending. His successor, President Joe Biden, halted these plans upon taking office. United States troops are a significant economic factor for the regions surrounding the bases in Germany. Thousands of local personnel are employed by the American military, and many thousands of additional jobs, particularly in Rhineland, Palatinate, Baden-Württemberg, and Bavaria, depend on the US presence. For example, the massive Ramstein air base near Kaiserslautern, which hosts the largest American military community outside the United States, generates hundreds of millions of euros annually in wages, salaries, rents, and contracts for the regional economy. The largest United States military hospital outside the country is currently under construction near the base. For decades, dozens of major American military bases across Europe have played a crucial role in global operations, including those in the Middle East. These bases are vital for stationing troops, weapons, ships, and aircraft. Drones are controlled from these locations, and injured personnel receive care there. In Germany, in addition to Ramstein Air Base in Rhineland, Palatinate, the United States European Command, or EUCOM, is located in Stuttgart. Late in 2025, the US Congress established a security mechanism stipulating that the total number of permanently stationed forces within the Europa Command's area of responsibility cannot fall below 76,000 for more than 45 days without specific reporting procedures being followed to initiate a reduction. Just last March, President Trump had reportedly assured Chancellor Merz that the United States would maintain its troop presence in Germany. Following a meeting with President Trump in Washington, Merz remarked, "That is good news," which I also did not expect otherwise. Hours before President Trump's recent comments, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio spoke by telephone with German Foreign Minister Johann Wadephul of the Christian Democratic Union Party, according to Washington sources. The spokesperson for the United States Department of State, Tommy Pigott, confirmed that Rubio and Wadephul discussed Iran and the importance of securing free shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. Chancellor Merz is not the first prominent European leader to face strong attacks from President Trump. United Kingdom Prime Minister Keir Starmer, French President Emmanuel Macron, and Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez have also fallen out of favor with the Republican president. Most recently, after President Trump criticized the Pope, tensions flared between him and Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. The situation highlights ongoing strains in transatlantic relations and an uncertain future for Germany's military ties with the United States. What's your take on Trump threatens Germany troop cut amid Merz Spat? Share your view in the comments. Do you think this will matter in the next news cycle? This video was generated using artificial intelligence